I really like that, Aaron. Who would we have as Randy's opponent now that Kevin is out? I think that it would be great to just go down the mystery road, to be honest. I think the idea of Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce saying, I'm trying to think, it's over on SmackDown, so it would be Nick Aldis. Just turning around and saying, right, we've got a opponent for you, but we've not quite got the paperwork signed. So we think we can get the deal done, but it'll be a mystery opponent for now because we may have to change courses. So, yes, Randy, the most important thing, you do have a match for WrestleMania, but it is against a mystery opponent. But we do have someone in line, like, that we're working on. Because there's really not much time to build a story. So you might as well go with the mystery angle. You are going to have to explain why we're doing that. And I would go with, we think we can get someone, but it's not quite done. So we need a bit of wiggle room. So I would probably go with something along those lines as to why it's got to be a mystery person. That kind of explains why it's a mystery person. There's no need for a build. You're going to have lots of people going, who is it? Who do we think it's going to be? And then really it's down to WWE to deliver a surprise, isn't it? It's down to WWE to deliver something that's worthy of WrestleMania. So I don't know if you don't pull the trigger earlier on Aleister Black. I think that would be really good if we were to do that, because I think Aleister Black at WrestleMania, the return of Aleister Black, I think that would be really fun. The only problem is you've been teasing Aleister Black for like the 25th of April. Like, that message has been quite clear. So it's a little bit tricky because you've been teasing one thing and then you're going to do another. But I just think you need something that's worthy of being at WrestleMania. You could go with a Carmelo Hayes or something like that, but without a build, that feels like a Raw level match or a SmackDown level match. It doesn't feel like a WrestleMania match without the build. So I think you've got to go with a surprise. So honestly, I mean, I would be looking at a legend. I mean, could you pull the trigger on a Goldberg and actually say to Goldberg, listen, you against Randy, would you like that to be your retirement match? Like, I know that you've got no time to prepare, but this is the situation we find ourselves in. An opportunity has opened up whereby you can actually have your final match at WrestleMania, and it'll be against Randy Orton, and, you know, your family will be there, and we can actually go down those roads. So I know there'll be a bit of backlash because not everyone really appreciates Goldberg, but I think if it was announced that this was for the final time, then maybe there'd be a bit more goodwill towards him. Whether he would want to do that, because he would probably go in as like the heel. I mean, Randy's a face, so I'm thinking Goldberg would have to work a bit as a heel. I don't know if he would want to do that. It's obviously not ideal. I don't know that I'd be really doing it if it wasn't his last match. I mean, I suppose you could. I know there's a bad feeling towards Goldberg, so I suppose you could do it if it's not his last match, but I think it works better if it is. I think there's more goodwill around if it is. It's a little bit like, oh man, I never liked him, but at least he's done now, so do you know what I mean? Fair play. He was great in WCW, and he had his moments in WWE, so, you know, fair play. Like, maybe that feeling would come through if it was his last match. So, you know, I'm looking at names like that. I mean, I don't mind Karrion because I really like Karrion Kross. So I don't mind Karrion, but I think if he was revealed to be a mystery person, it would be a bit of an underwhelming reveal because, sadly, as good as I think he is, he just doesn't get TV time. And so I think the general consensus out there is that Karrion is a bit of a background player. Karrion is, you know, someone we've not invested in. So I think it would be a bit of an underwhelming reveal if you went down the mystery angle. If you go down the mystery angle, it's got to be a Miro. It's got to be an Aleister Black. It's got to be a Goldberg. You know, it's got to be someone of that ilk It's got to be a name. It's got to be a return. It's got to be something like that. Imagine if it was Big E. Jesus. You know, some like, you know, it's got to be WrestleMania worthy. So those would be a few names that I would be toying around with. I would also sit down to see kind of who else is available. What other legends are there out there? Who else could we go and get and bring back for one more match? You know, you've got a real opportunity here to do something. You've got a real opportunity to you know, do something special. Part of me even thinks, what about if, say, Oba Femi loses at Stand and Deliver, and you might have been thinking about bringing him up, or Trick Williams, you might have been thinking about bringing him up. How about you just do it at WrestleMania on night 2? So they lose night 1 in NXT, and then boom, main roster debut night 2, and you bring out like Trick Williams. And okay, a lot of the crowd are going to be like, who's this guy? I don't know this guy. But obviously, you have commentary putting him over. What an introduction. What a way to bring a talent up. Now, is Trick Williams worthy of that? Is Oba Femi worthy of that? Don't know. But for me, like, you need something pretty big. You can't just really shove, do you know what I mean, Akira Tozawa out there. So, yeah, I really like that. I'd be interested to know what people are thinking. Obviously, if this was a female, if Randy was Randina Orton, then of course you'd be like, AJ Lee. Just get AJ Lee. Just throw money at her. Just throw money in her direction, because this would be perfect for AJ Lee. Just, do you know what I mean? Mystery person, WrestleMania. We need a girl. We need a woman. You know, and again, you could look at like Nikki Bella as someone that you could always bring. There's actually quite a few women, legendary names. I mean, you could always go to Trish. You could always go to Lita. You know, you could always go to those names. But there's a few other names around that you could turn to as well. So I sort of feel like, you know, Roxanne Perez is literally just been in Elimination Chamber. So you could always go Roxanne as well. I feel like actually it'd be easier if it was a female. But yeah, unfortunately it's Randy and not Randina. So, but yeah, a few names there. A few names.